Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
Let's go, Brandon. Well, Brandon is live. A different Brandon. Audio good, connection stable. That's what we want. Welcome. My name is Ike. This is TAGN, the Angry Game News. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern, I talk about video games hardware, and sometimes movies and show stuff. Let's fucking go. TAGN these nuts. Can't see you. You are a lying, cocksucking little bitch. Why are you lying? Why are you lying, Bimo? There was a delay. I think you just wanted to get me in a little bit panic mode. Anyhow, we're gonna talk today mainly about Sony and the PlayStation stuff. Not about what happened yesterday with the state of play, like showing how many more new games Sony are gonna get on their platform. Because I don't think those games are in particular very exciting or anything like that. We're gonna just skim a little bit through the list, but other than that, we're not gonna talk about that in particular. We're gonna talk about numbers more with Sony, so let's see how that goes. With them Sonys, we're gonna talk about Sony's expectation mainly. Before we come to that, let's just check the rest of the news. We had not a lot of news though, other than the Sony stuff. And yes, today Super Mario Bros. Galaxy, the movie. I don't care too much about that. The first movie was kind of okay, but other than that, there's gonna be plenty of places with Sony. Why can I say Sony? With Nintendo fanboys. We got a little news leak, and this leak actually got confirmed like 1.5 hours ago. So let's check this out. The new Steam controller will look like this when it launches. I'm told that it can also detect how far your hands are from the handles using a simple cap sense feature, similar to the index controllers, but not full finger tracking in the grips. How far the fingers are from the controller. That sounds weird, man. And it's gonna look kind of like that, not exactly like that, but very similar. Can we get it in a bigger picture here? No. We have to go to the gay X platform. Yes, X is the same gayness, pretty much like blue sky with protected people. It's kind of looking very chunky, and I don't know what those pads exactly do. Anybody who has a Steam Deck will know, because the Steam Deck has similar pads. So I'm not sure why we need that on a Valve Steam Deck controller type. Other than that, the rest of the shape is very similar to a regular Xbox controller. 2 thumbsticks, a D-pad, 4 buttons, bumper and trigger at the top, and kind of like start and select buttons. And we're gonna see that the real one, because it was, like I said, confirmed 1.5 hours ago or something like that. Steam controller, nah, $5 keyboard. $7.50 now because of tariffs, just works. No, it's gonna be a real thing. The prices we don't know though. Ahoy John Thunder. And ahoy Bimo, ahoy Ouch My Junk, by the way. So yeah, that was the news I got yesterday first to see. And I thought like, kind of important, because Valve is gonna go into a market now that Microsoft kind of leaves because of hardware. Or the lack of hardware producing capabilities in that sense. Believe it or not, upcoming open world RPG where Minds Meet has over 10 million pre-registrations. Here's why you should care. I just found like the number insane, and more insane even that it's gonna be on PlayStation 2, you know? So kind of insane numbers. Where Minds Meet, an upcoming open-world action RPG, has reached 10 million pre-registered players. This comes as the game nears its 14th November release date. Pre-downloadable starting the 12th November, meaning today, where Mindsmeet was announced last year and has since gained a passionate following of players keen to experience its interesting blend of martial arts and wuxia combat. I'm not sure what exactly a wuxia combat is, but I think it's just this newer Chinese Souls-like visuals and controls and gameplay style, you know. That's the only thing I can see when I hear wuxia. It helps the game. The game is totally free to play too, with fiscal support coming from cosmetic microtransactions. I think that's not going to stay on cosmetics only, because if you can make money with microtransactions with other stuff too, and making it a little bit more pay to win stylish, they're gonna do it sooner or later. But I like to hear that it's for now just cosmetic stuff and the rest is free to play. I don't own a PlayStation 5 and therefore I can't play this one on the first release, I guess. As part of hitting that 10 million pre-registration figure, players will receive an in-game thank you gift on launch, which is a nice touch. After the releases where Mindsmeet will be supported with seasonal updates, the first being dubbed Blade Out and expanding on the main narrative. And supposedly it has a big, actually, solo player campaign mission stuff there, lore there. Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting that so many want it. On the other hand, it's free, so I guess it makes sense. China. The Infinite Wisdom AI says wuxia combat is a style of martial arts seen in Chinese fiction characterized by exaggerating superhuman fighting skills. Yeah, just like the Souls-like stuff where you see in Black Myth, in Wu-Tang, in what was the third one? I forgot the third one. But it has like the similar, like very stylish, very artistically looking martial art combats. But in particular with Souls-like, because that has probably Souls-like elements here too. Chrome laughs at your at your Mindsmeet. I break wind in your general direction. Oh, thank you very much, Bimo. So not appreciated. You disgusting, filthy robo. Don't be a robo homo. Now, this was an interesting news I saw yesterday, because it has like a lot of bits and pieces included that is important for the rest of creators and creativity in general. Roger Rabbit copyright reverts to creator Gary K. Wolf. New plans ahead. It's official. Ownership of Roger Rabbit is successfully back in the hands of creator Gary K. Wolf. I now have back the rights to all my characters, all my books. I can basically do my own Roger Rabbit projects. This information was shared exclusively with IMDb, yeah, whatever. Regaining these rights was made possible through the 35-year copyright reversion clause. This clause was designed to give original creators, such as songwriters and authors, the ability to reclaim rights to their original work after a period of 35 years. And interestingly enough, that was not known by many, not at all, because this case we have right now gives like many ideas to original creators of certain IPs and franchises and lore, the ability to take back their IPs and their copyrights there. This transfer marks a significant creative shift to the Roger Rabbit universe, now set to expand with various projects on the horizon. Any sequels that we do have to at least match the quality of the original 1988 movie in production value, in tone, in script content, in empathy, in character development. It has to be as good or better than what we did before. That's what the fans want. And I have promised that the fans, that's what I'm going to give them. And I liked Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the original movie there, you know. Very good movie. It kind of aged not super well because it was like a big project, mixed live action stuff with cartoons. And in that time frame, it was not easy to do. Everything was analog, everything was manual, overlaying cells with the movie frames and making like two movies merged together. Not an easy task overall. And you can see it in the high definition version that, yeah, especially the cartoonish stuff didn't age super well because you can upscale stuff only at a certain point. But yes, I'm looking forward to a new project, and now those guys who made the first one have now back their copyright. 35 years after you have sold the rights to a book or song, you could petition to the Library of Congress and get those rights back. An attorney said to me, "You could get your rights back from Disney." I said, "There's no way that's possible." So even the creator, Gary K. Wolf himself, thought like, yeah, I sold off my rights and I have no chance to get it back anymore. But there is a clause. You can get it back after 35 years. And that's going to have some ripple effects in all kinds of franchises and bigger IPs. Who knows if maybe... I don't know if that works, though, if that works this way. If George Lucas lives for now 25 years more, 20 years more, if he can just get back all his Star Wars stuff, I'm just wondering if that's possible in that sense. Or if he sold it like with a different clause, like I never can get it back. Who knows? Maybe Disney was stupid, but Disney gave Wolf back all the copyrights to Roger Rabbit, and they didn't even hassle him. They didn't make even a fuss about it. They just went through the process, and now we're gonna get maybe a nice new Roger Rabbit movie or comics or whatever with decent quality behind. Who knows? Less DEI stuff. That would be nice. And it seems to be like it never happened. It never happened such a case. So it's just interesting to see how the copyright stuff evolves from now on. So this word has to spread in the US in particular because it's a US stuff, US law thing here. I would love to see that copyright gets to the original creators and they being like, heck, I'm not gonna put any gay shit, any disabled black trans woman in my work anymore. I'm gonna make it like I imagine, and I have my visions about that. That would be nice to see, but we have to wait a little bit till the words spread. And I'm doing my work, man, guys. I'm telling you about this thing. Go read up the whole article. It's quite interesting how this went through. All the links are down below, as usual, for every article I talk about. He's too old and he doesn't care, George Lucas. I mean, I'm pretty sure he doesn't care, really. He has enough money. He's living his life just in peace, probably. It might hurt him from time to time seeing what his creation has become, though. Seeing all kinds of stupid movies and shows and animation on screens. But he probably is very happy in that sense of, yeah, whatever. It's up to the fans. They have to open their mouth or something. He probably doesn't care too much. But I mean, it's like his child in a sense too. Don't forget that. It is his creation. He made because it's such a great IP, he made a ton of money because of that, you know. So it certainly hurts him from time to time what Disney does with it. But the money eases the pain. The money eases the pain, for sure. We need an Obi-Wan to save Star Wars then. We have an Obi-Wan movie or show or some shit like that. Go watch it, John Thunder. Lucas should buy it back from Disney Star Wars IP. I destroy it right now. Despite being like a less beloved IP, it's still very valuable, you know. So he can't buy it back from Disney. He doesn't have that amount of money. It will never happen. Roger AI Rabbit generation. I don't know. The very intriguing thing with Who Framed Roger Rabbit was this merge of like celluloids, meaning the artwork on celluloids, with normal movie reels, you know. That was like the artistic stuff behind that. It was the big thing that many people loved. And the movie is just funny too, and funny, but also in some places very dark. If you never saw Who Framed Roger Rabbit, you missed out, man. I watched this as a kid probably about 30 times. I should actually rewatch it. But like I said, it didn't age super well with full HD, unfortunately. Too rich to care, 4 billion, baby. Wasn't it? I think it was 5 billion. I think it was 5. He has money for several lifetimes. Yeah, I want new stuff. I watch it. Good movie. New stuff in what sense, though? Now, if you're a gamer, you saw that in your past, everybody. Like politicians blaming violence in video games for real world violence. And it might be the case. It might not be the case. We don't have any conclusive evidence either way, actually. Unfortunately, I would say, but we can't say that because of video game violence, we have more real world violence. It might happen for certain individuals there, but overall, I'm pretty sure it's not really the case. I think it actually helps people to vent, meaning you have a fucking shitty day in your office, and instead of fucking bombing your office because everybody in there you hate your boss, you hate your coworkers, you hate your machines, you hate your fucking copy machine, you hate the coffee maker, and you might just blow up in one day. But you come home, you have their video game console at your hands, you turn on the TV, you turn on the console, and you play around or so on, I don't know, God of War or some type of violent video game, so some Call of Duty, whatever, right? And you can vent, like, okay, fine, it's all cool. I fucking bombed that little bitch in that game. You know, something like that. I think it helps probably more societally than it hurts. But that might be only me. But Indonesia tries something, and it's a weird case they are trying to make here. Indonesia considers video game restrictions after school bombing. After a devastating attack left almost 100 people injured in an Indonesian school, the country's president is now mulling over the idea of restricting online games because they allegedly make violence a normal thing. According to a Bloomberg report, Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto has ordered his cabinet to look into what restrictions would look like following a police investigation into the violent attack. Subianto didn't clarify what restrictions he had in his team had in mind. However, State Secretary Prasetyo Hadi said they are looking at Craft and Inc.'s Battle Royale shooter PUBG, which is immensely popular in Indonesia. We're thinking about restrictions because in these games there are many different kinds of weapons. Oh, that's your criteria? The game has many kinds of different weapons? Hadi said, it's easy to learn and psychologically it makes violence a normal thing. He might be on something here, like it might make violence in the sense in the heads of youngsters a normal thing. But you need just to parent your kids. You need to parent your kids in schools and by teachers and all that, like showing what is real and what not, because certain individuals can't distinguish reality from the normal real world. That's for sure. So you need to be more observant about your kids. That's the point. I don't think that it makes it overall a normal thing. In a longer statement to A News, Hadi expresses the need to find solutions to how games can negatively influence kids, claiming that teachers must be more aware if their students show any suspicious signs. That's like a very general phrase, though. Like, what is suspicious with a teenager who is just having all kinds of a hormonal exchange in his body, in his head, moving all kinds of new ideas about boys wanting to touch tits and girls growing them and being confused and all that, What is suspicious science, really, So even the teachers need to be like smart enough to know about humanity in general. The president said that we need to come up with ways to restrict and find a solution to the negative effects of online games, Hadi continued. There's a possibility that such games can influence our youth. Take PUBG as an example. Players can easily learn the types of weapons, and they will start to normalize violence. I never played PUBG. I saw a gameplay footage of that game, and I confidently can say, with high levels of confidence actually, that you don't learn how to use weapons by playing that game only. That's big BS. That's big BS. I played since I have my PC, violent video games and games with guns and all that, And I had to learn a lot when I was going the first time to the US, how to handle weapons in general, because you can't learn that very specific just by playing video games all day long, really. Not if it's not a game that is very detailed, like how you load up the magazine, how you put the magazine really in, how you pull the trigger back, or some sort of movement like that. So that's a lot of BS there. Maybe like games like Arma, so some game like that might be more realistic, showing you more exactly how to handle weapons. But PUBG, maybe this Hadi guy needs to play the game himself, and then I don't know, maybe for a week, like 5 to 8 hours a day for a whole week, just play this one game only, and then go to a range, and then just somebody gives you the weapon in your hand, and you tell me if you just know how to exactly use that weapon. I think that's a lot of BS. I think that's a lot of BS. Game cause good time, relaxation, detaching from the real world, having fun. That's how they should be, at least, I think. Games cause violence is old news and has been proving to be false. And that's the thing. It hasn't proven false or true either way, Bimo. It really hasn't. There are studies that prove in their eyes like it is making the youth more violent. And there are a lot of other studies that say, like, no correlation there, really. So we can't prove either way. I'm pretty sure myself it is not the case. It is not the case. Politicians and government causes the most damage violence. Oh, yeah. Especially government with them politicians inside. Because they send people to wars. They send people to wars, tell them, that's your enemy, you need to kill them. Yeah, that's a big cause of violence. BS in governments. So judging by this article, we should all be serial killers by now, such BS. I don't know about you, John Thunder. You're a cow serial killer. You're eating all those steaks, I learned yesterday. They should apply this logic to the true crime porn. We don't know, man. We don't know how many women killed their husbands after seeing some true crime porn there, you know? Having ideas. Oh, that's how you should do it. Thank you. Thank you. You play escape from Duck-Off often. And after that, you kill every duck in sight. That would be kind of fucked up and funny. I was looking for the X button on the gun. No, but I mean, if you never like shot a lot, I shot before I was in the US with rifles and all that. But there are so many rifles, so many different like nuances on different handheld guns, you know. And how you load them exactly, and what trigger you need to use there and here, and you know, there are many weapons out there. And if the game doesn't show this very model, it's just BS that you can handle every weapon, and so you need to be educated on weapons. Oh, Mrs. Sarge, women love true crime. Just saying. Do you love them, Mrs. Sarge? I know that Mrs. Sarge loves a lot those very cheap ass dog shit, like 70s, 80s sci-fi. not even C movies. They are probably D movies for the most time. But she loves those most, I think. I don't know why, but it Mrs. Sarge. Where was I? The South China Morning Post reported that the attack occurred in North Jakarta on Friday, November 7th. As people were gathering for prayers in a mosque inside the state senior high school, 72, an explosion went off that injured 96 people. Police are still investigating the bombing, but early findings currently suggest that 17-year-old student might have carried out the attack. So they don't even know who it really was. And we have like other little pieces here that shows you that whatever you hear from any government or any bigger news outlet there, don't trust those right away. According to SCMP, police found explosive powder and writings from the teenager's home. Oh yeah, the famous like writing on top of the explosion, like the books and the manifests and all that bullcrap. I don't believe jack shit. In the past, like I would say 1.5 years, you had a lot of shootings and happenings in the US too. And for some reason, all those people are left trans people. And it might be the case, but I don't trust the police or politicians or those, they claim themselves to be conservative. They know every detail right away. It was a trans. He had like this manifesto laying around, and we found it on top of the explosion. And it's all bullcrap. It's all bullcrap in my humble retard opinion. And this has like the same touch. They don't know jack shit, but yeah, he might have just been pissed off for some reason. We might find out in a few weeks, maybe, that he was also trans and had just hated the school, and in particular because it is about the prayers in the mosque, you know. attacking like the conservative. And now the government just comes out and tries to connect it to video games, online video games. Hey, how can we control all that bullshit? Maybe we need here a real online digital ID for everybody. So we can prevent that shit better. After we scanned every email you wrote, we know who you are and what you planned. And when we scan your hard drive, we know you manifest already that you planned something. It is all just too convenient, you know, always way too convenient. Every fucking time. Police also reportedly uncovered a toy submachine gun that appeared to be inscribed with white supremacist slogans and names of 2 neo-Nazis convicted of deadly attacks in Canada and Italy. Why you connect Canada and Italy? And again, this slogan written on magazines or weapons. And white supremacist bullcrap? Come on, dude, get real. Police allegedly don't believe this was a terrorist attack, but according to SCMP, they are looking at local media reports suggesting that the teenager, who may have been a grade 12 student, was bullied and wanted revenge. Oh yeah, there you go. Huh? A News corroborated SCMP's reporting via the local outlet, Jakarta Globe News, stating that the student had allegedly brought a homemade bomb to the school. Officers reportedly discovered a soda can believed to be part of the explosive device. Soda cans. Again, if you then don't show like better evidence in that sense, if you don't explain in more detail why you think that, just because it was there and maybe it was like more whitish or more burned up or whatever, it is just fucking trying to make a case here that might be not the case, you know? The local outlet added, an airsoft-style rifle bearing references to notorious mass shooters was found at the scene. Very conveniently again. They find all stuff conveniently on top of everything. It might be somebody else. It might be like the movie club in that school who made something, a project, and they needed a toy gun and airsoft rifle, and they maybe try to make a movie and to show the dangers, all that. It is just, again, I hate those conveniences. Multiple studies over the years have supported and denied the notion that video games translate to real-world violence. One from 2014 suggested that there's no increase in real-world violence just because people play violent video games. Meanwhile, United States Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Ohio State University communication and psychology professor Brad Bushman have both claimed that there is a correlation between real-world violence and video game violence. And I talked about that when RFK Jr. and Trump had like similar statements according to their new findings. The evidence is largely inconclusive, but the connection between real-world violence and video game violence has been a hot-button issue for politicians and scholars for decades. Neither the publisher hasn't said anything about trying to make connection here. And I wouldn't either. You have like zero evidence that PUBG has anything, literally like not even a remote connection to this happening. I wouldn't say jack shit either. I would keep silent and just maybe condolence, like being just with condolence, and not even that, because you're gonna get on the stage like kind of public stage there if you make any statement about that, because any video game could be related, right? For that matter. Governmental programs to do pre-crime measures are not lawful or effective. Probably not. Minority Report. But it's gonna happen. Sooner or later, it's gonna happen. Just yesterday, in the middle of the night actually, I read that all out of nowhere, out of fucking nowhere, in 2026, the Swiss government decided in 2026, we're gonna have biometric IDs from next year on. We were not asked if we wanted that. Actually, in the past, we were told multiple times, like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Don't worry, it's not gonna be mandatory. You probably can if you want, blah, blah, blah. And all out of nowhere, yesterday, in the middle of the night, they told us, yeah, 2026, you're gonna get an ID with biometric chips in it. Have fun. Thank you. Thank you for being fucked in the ass once more. Kind of luckily, I made my last ID, and it is valid for 10 years here in Switzerland. In 2022, so it's going to be valid till 2032. After that, I don't know if I'm going to give them my fingerprints for this ID. I'm going to be probably ID-less. Who knows? Who knows? But fuck all those faggots in the government. All of them. I don't care. Even your faggot is in the government called Trump is a faggot. He calls stablecoin CBDC now better with stablecoin. It's just being worse because it's going to be more privatized, by the way. He is calling the 15-minute cities, by the way. Keep that in mind. He's fucking you in the ass and you're loving it for some reason. I don't get it. Calls them freedom cities, like the opposite. 15-minute cities, just rename them into freedom cities. He calls Burla a good guy who did a great job with COVID. He was booed, by the way, once on stage, bringing Burla into the room. And everybody is like, yeah, Trump, MAGA. You can be MAGA. I have nothing against that, by the way. Make America great again, absolutely. But Trump is doing you no service. Just saying, just pointing that out. And we see it is playing out in other countries too. This guy tries probably to make a digital online ID. Who the fuck knows? I wouldn't trust him with a 100-foot pole to touch. So everyone here that has played video games is a violent person. Especially John Thunder, we just heard. Yeah, sure, it's the games. The kids were playing Bomberman and learned how to make bombs. Yeah, you just have a round black thing, you put it on the ground, and it's gonna explode in about 4 seconds. You better get away from that black round thing. Mrs. Sarge is also a very violent person because she played Luigi's Mansion. I wouldn't call Luigi's Mansion a violent game. I would call it actually the opposite of violence. But that game actually would make me more violent because it's so anti-violent. All I want to do is kill ghosts. You can do that. You become a Ghostbuster. And I have to bust to do it. Video games do cause violence, but it mostly to the controllers and keyboards. I destroyed 1 or 2 keyboards in my life because certain video games. Just saying. Grounded my son so many times for throwing the controller. Video games bad. Big Pharma, mind-altering drugs good. Yeah, totally, absolutely. Don't fuck those faggots. They might like it. Ahoy, Sarge. Yeah, I mean it not literally. You can go fuck them. I don't care if you do it. You're being just a faggot at this point yourself. But that's just how you say it. Orwellian doublespeak. I just gotta look it up, man. He's just renaming certain stuff and people cheering it. I would say like 2 years ago, before everybody voted for Trump, they were way more like aware of certain stuff, 15-minute city, and CBDC stuff, and the cloth shot, you know, They were way more aware of that shit. Now Trump just reframe it, and because it's Trump, he can't do wrong for some reason for certain people. It's all good and all nice and dandy and cozy and just lovable if you just call it Freedom City. Hey, it has the word freedom in it. It must be good, therefore, right? Or stable coin. It must be good. It has the word stable in it. It can't go unstable, right? Just by the logic of it. All nonsense, man. You have to get rid of certain pictures you have of your idols, you know. Be MAGA all day long, man. Yeah, but if the initiator of that movement is going against the very core movement there, you maybe just go with MAGA itself without the creator. They can digitize my nutsack. That doesn't sound and look good. Trump has limp-dicked us quite a bit, but J.D. Vance scarier with his love of Palantir. He'll be around years more to re-fuck us. Re-fuck? That sounds... Yeah, but Trump made it possible with Palantir. Because again, like they take a tool, or they took a tool which... and your emotions, like the illegals, and we can scan and collect the data and find out who are the real illegals, all that, with Palantir. You know, that very fucking evil thing in Lord of the Rings, that evil crystal ball that sees everything for the very, very evil fucking entity that wants to enslave you. Like big time. Everybody wants to enslave everybody. That very thing is now a good thing because it's against illegals. It never will be used against US citizens until it is used against US citizens. So yeah, be aware of that shit. And Oracle is with Larry Ellison also big danger. Doesn't matter, J.D. Vance, by the way. It's all those contracts the government makes right now with those private corporations there. Very dangerous for everybody. But yes, Palantir, great choice of name. I mean, they are pretty open about it. You just need to see how open they are, right? Oh, Astro, good to see you. Aren't farm animals in a stable? Depends on how much you love your animals, right? Right now, the US citizens are free-range animals. Right now. Little side note thing here, because it has to be mentioned. It has been mentioned, but I couldn't pass it anymore. The Grammys have also, the Grammy Awards have also a Grammy for video game soundtracks, and here is the list which video games are being nominated. And one very good soundtrack video games is not on the list. So we have Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora, Secrets of the Spires, Pioneer Torpak is the composer. We have Helldivers 2, Wilbert Roget, the second composer there. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle supposedly has great soundtrack. Gorby Hobb is the composer there. Star Wars Outlaws, the massive success by Ubisoft. And with that I mean dog shit, flop, bombed hard. Unfortunately, it works better. It runs better on Switch 2, by the way. Weird, but it is what it is. Cody Matthew Johnson and Wilbert Roget. The Wilbert Roget II is nominated twice here. So I would have eradicated that one. Star Wars Outlaws, no matter how good the soundtrack might be, the certain track, this doesn't belong in this list. And Sword of the Sea, Austin Wintory. Why am I mentioning this? Because this year's game Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which I played, and you can watch it here on my channel. The new channel TAGN. Great soundtrack. Overall, a very amazing soundtrack, actually. Really love pretty much all the tracks of this game. And it was not nominated. The nomination list for the 2026 Grammy Awards dropped recently, renewing the fierce yearly debates over what should win, what should lose, and what snubbed entirely. In the gaming space, this is no different, as this year marks the 4th time soundtracks for video games and other interactive media are eligible for their own category. If you haven't seen the full list yet, here are this year's nominees. And you can see it here again. Follow the link and tell me in the comments or right now in the chat what you think about. Is that fair? If you have any clue about video game soundtracks, if you heard any soundtracks in the past. Those others might be all right. Maybe even Helldiver is not all right in this list. But that they put in Star Wars Outlaws, because this has no chance of Game of the Year, you know? I know it was released anyway last year, but the soundtrack was released this year. So they put it in for this year's nominations. Bullcrap. They snubbed out Claire Obscure. Bullshit move. Palantir and Nvidia just started their partnership. Good times ahead. Oh yeah, they need a lot of CPU and GPU power, of course. And the biggest AI like hardware provider is Nvidia. And they're probably going to go on that route more and more, making less and less consumer level GPUs, which drives up the price. And you're going to have maybe just only high-end stuff in the future, because only that makes them money. Who knows? But yes, I'm not surprised that they have a partnership. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Stablecoins in the barn. Go get them, suckers. Like Alpo dog shit, or like your dog ate your bag of leftover taco hell and was shitting a liquid. Sarge has a great fantasy about shit in general, so thank you for those pictures, dear Sarge. How about you make a subdomain and a sub website, shit.dearsarge.com, and you can provide the humanity with all your shit thoughts there, shit pictures, and like examples of where you use which kind of shit pictures for what situation. I think you are great at that. You know. Dear Sarge, why are you gay? Yes, Sarge.
Why are you gay?
Why? Why are you gay? Thanks for that image, Sarge. Says Archman Junk. And Sarge says, like, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Dear Short. Dear Short. Dearshort.com. How about that? I'm more concerned than with people who like seek for that content, though. Like look out for that content. And Sarge might make a buck or so on such a website. Anyhow, Claire Obscure was snubbed out for Star Wars Outlaws. I hate it. Whatever. I hate this game kind of, but this seems to be doing super, super well. And I'm happy for everybody who likes it. I still don't like it myself. Arc Raiders sales topped 4 million. It was not even released a month ago. That's crazy numbers, making them monies here. Total sales for players versus environment survival extraction shooter Arc Raiders have surpassed 4 million units, developer Embark Studios and parent company Nexon announced. The game also reached over 700,000 concurrent players across all platforms this past weekend. That is crazy numbers here. And I'm still gonna stick to my statement. It's just a hype game. It is successful hype game right now. Whatever game comes in about 2, 3, 4 months, it's gonna throw it off the throne of being so successful. But I think Nexon is very happy with those numbers. 4 million sales in not even 1 month. That's very successful. Way more successful than other games you're gonna talk in a bit here about. So good for players. They seem to enjoy it. They seem to keep breaking kind of records here with concurrent players. 500,000 Steam players alone was peaked. So I'm happy for the players. I don't care for the game itself. I'm happy for the players. Tried the beta, did not like it. I will eat more fiber. Okay, good for you. Such takes shit talk to another level. Yeah. John Sharks Thunder. What? That sounds weird. You should keep the name still the same. John Thunder Sharks. Like they have more power behind it. They have more power behind it. But Sharting Thunders? I don't know. I don't think John is like a god, like Odin, or like Thor, or Zeus, or Wotan. Sharting Thunders. You're weird guys. Before we come to the main topic here in general, let me do an ad read just for dear son. Because he loves ads. He would love that ads actually give him some penetration up his own butt there. He absolutely despises ad blockers because they are too complicated. He rather would love to see fucking ads than to click on a button just that tells you continue. Very simple. It can't be shown, this ad. Do you want to continue? Click on the fucking continue. That's too much for him. He's confused by that very simple thing. So he rather watches like dog shit ads and fucking little videos. When he shares stuff on Rumble, like I saw it last Saturday, he shared a video on Rumble, and there was this, whatever that ad was, it was with green stuff. I think it was a fruit, but it looked disgusting. Had some little nipples thing, very, very like gooey, whatever it was. It looked disgusting, but he loves ads. So let me do an ad read just to get rid of those requirements for this month and making me a little bit money back. How about that? And we're going to do the regular, which I can kind of stand behind. I'm not going to read you any health stuff, you know. So bear with me, everybody. What? Does not matching your earnings? Well, why are you showing me then that thing? Oh, I don't have 10 viewers anymore. In Rumble Studio, it shows me 14. Oh, thank you, Rumble, for fucking me in the butt. I love it. I love it. Reloading. Let's get out of the session. Get in back. No. It says minimum viewership 10. According to Rumble Studio, I have 14. Let's go to Rumble itself. 14, 15 now. I'm being lied to, guys. I'm being lied to by Rumble itself. Well, can't help it, whatever. Let's check the chat before we go to the big topics then, though. I'd love to pretend to hate Rumble, but he has a premium and does ad reads. Closet simp. The value of getting the Rumble creator program money is just higher. Very simple. It is much higher than what I put in as efforts. And with the help of viewers, I just need more viewers to show the world that I am the greatest game news show on Rumble. When the output is higher for me, it's not simping. It's just good business decisions at this point. I still fucking hate Rumble for just ignoring me on every issue. You know, so shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. I know what I'm doing. That's the point here. But thank you for calling me Closet Simp. Tags? What tags? The Angry Game shorts? No, thank you. Everyone's a winner. Well, every time Rumble fucks up with this. They do. In particular with me. I mean, it was available. I clicked on accept. And all of a sudden, oh no, it doesn't work. No, minimum requirement not met. And I checked it. Still on 10, but whatever. And then it will start working. Who knows? Start Raiders, I'll stop now. Short Raiders. But you have to sell your soul. Fuck premium streams and fuck guys that run them. You can fuck me tomorrow then if you want to fuck guys so desperately, Sarge. I mean, again, you are.
Oh my God, you're gay.
You're just gay. But I'm gonna try to make it tomorrow. I don't want to, but like I said, the output is just higher. Like for me as income, it's just way higher. So that's why I do it, those requirements. And I have my threshold when the requirements are going to be just too stupid. If they require from me like to do in every stream 2 ad reads or some shit like that, and do like 20 hours of premium only streams. Everybody has like their own threshold, their own line they don't want to cross. And for now, I'm kind of okay with 5 ad reads. I would like to don't do any of those shitty ad reads, but it is what it is. They have requirements, and people make this way a little bit money. That's all I can say, man. That's all I can say. The output is just way higher. Premium streams. I mean, I'm just gonna go back to the issue with you, such that you don't see what is worth and what is not worth certain monies from your side, and it is worth to do this creator program because it uses just a little effort, just a little actually, and you may make just more money with it. It is what it is. I'm gonna tell you how much money they gave me last time. Was it last month? I don't know. And it pays off. When you get like tenfold the premium price you pay, it is worth. And since you love fucking ad reads, I win, you win. What's the problem here? Don't be so gay. Any news to report? Yeah, about your mama, Cheddar Steve. Your mama sucks. For maybe $2. Can you pre-record the ad reads and play the video? I can. I could. The problem is it would not have worked. Look, the button is green again. I'm gonna do it now. Look how great I overcame this time. Let's click again on accept. There we go. If you haven't already, make sure you download the Rumble app. It's free, simple to use, and the best way to stay connected to the content you want, which is obviously my content, right, guys? Once you've got it, search for my channel and hit follow, which is TAGN, TAGN. Very short, very easy to remember. That way you will get a notification every time we go live. And with we, I mean just myself, because nobody's working with me. No missed shows, no extra steps. You can grab it right now using the link in the description or the pinned live chat. Download it to your phone and you're ready to go. And if you prefer watching on the big screen, Rumble is available on all major streaming devices and smart TVs. Just search for Rumble. Follow the channel and be part of the action. Yeah. There. 20 cents! And the 20 cents would not be worth doing that. It's not the 20 cents. I called out that shit long time ago. Thank you, Sarge, for the gifted. You should have invested that $5 into the Rumble Premium. Just saying. Link in the last stream, by the way. Thank you very much. Let me check the chat before we go to the main topic. Ahoy haste, by the way. I don't mind ad reads. I mind ad reads. I hate them. I still do them because they are required, but they are luckily only 5 a month. That's kind of doable. Just like your mom. He learned that in the hood. Shit. That's bullshit. I did mama jokes since I can think, man. I don't think Ike is a winter. Blue is not his color. What? Crash. Ike, you are fall. You need color analysis. I'm a summer child. I'm like a peak summer child. TAGN, you are it. The main topic is Sony. Rumble Pimp only skims 3% of the gifted subs versus 23% for rents. They do. But those numbers you know probably only because of me. Probably. Because nobody paid so much attention than me on those paid numbers things. That's how much I love Rumble. I call them out for their faggotry. Anyhow. Bye, BMO. He is leaving me already. He is not a good simp. He is not a good simp. Just keeps 1 hour max and then goes away. I hope you make money to give it to me, though. You know?
Like, if you're a broke boy, just say so.
Anyhow. Let's move on here. I like what's happening in the chat, though. PS5 shipments top 84.2 million. Ghost of Yotei sales top 3.3 million. Wow, big fucking success with Ghost of Yotei. And now we got that number. Prior to that, they were just silent. They just kept their mouths shut. But now because of the earning calls and all that, the financial reports, they kind of need to disclose their direct involvement in their products and sales and all that. PlayStation 5 has shipped 84.2 million units worldwide, Sony announced in its financial results for the 3 months ended September 30th, 2025. A total of 3.9 million PlayStation 5 units were shipped during the 3 months ended September 30, 2025, which is up 0.1 million from the same period the previous fiscal year. Here are the couple of additional statistics. There are 119 million monthly active users on PlayStation Network as of September 30th, 2025, which is up 3 million from the same period the previous fiscal year. I mean, monthly active users doesn't mean they all pay, just to be clear here. So it could be like people just being active in the network, creating an account and joining the network and all that. And it could be also just a user like Haste with the premium, or an essential user like Ouch My Junk. So don't take that like as a paid monthly active user. PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 software combined sold 80.3 million units during the 3 months ended September 30, 2025, which is up 2.6 million from the same period the previous fiscal year. 6.3 million units were first-party titles, which is up on 1 million from the same period the previous fiscal year. 72% of software sales were full game software digital downloads, which is up 2% from the same period the previous fiscal year. Ghost of Yotei has sold through 3.3 million units as of November 2nd, 2025, 32 days after release. It's a little bit longer than a month, but didn't sell as much as ARC Raiders on overall. Which that sounds for many people like a lot, and it is not though, because it's a first-party title for Sony, right? Sucker Punch is owned by Sony. Big promotions, mainly in Japan, like spending a lot of money on it, making like all kinds of claims and how great it is, and nobody really likes it. Those are just fans that loved the first one and didn't got the notes about how shitty the company actually is, and that the game is shorter, has less content, and just visual updates, and the story seems to be lamer too. Wait, this is gaming news? Thought it was just random shit talking. That happens in between. I guess just happy he's still getting his SNAP benefits. I don't even know what the SNAP benefits are. I just heard they are like benefits for people who are looking for work and just to help them out or some shit like that. I don't know about SNAP. You can educate me though in the chat. And no, I don't take any SNAP benefits. Well, sometimes he talks about movies, I think, if there are movies about games. No, I talked about Roger Rabbit, the IP. Just scroll back or rewind the stream. After 35 years, the creator Gary K. Wolf got their copyrights back with a very easy process, just demanding them back, because by law, by some laws, every creator can take back their copyrights from big corporation, which is interesting. It's one of its first. Nobody did it, it seems, prior to that, which is weird. PS5 is for chodes. I like PS5, 4, and I much rather play on console than a Windows PC. Dude, says Cheddar Steve to you. Sony gives an update on Marathon's launch as Destiny 2 crumbles. Little reminder, Sony got a few years ago the studio Bungie, which owns Destiny, the game Destiny. And they thought like they made like a big deal, a good deal there with 3-point-something billion. They acquired that one studio. And they have only Destiny, actually. Like, they have nothing else, which is weird. But Sony thought, like, this is a moneymaker machine, and it is not. It's been almost 4 years since Sony acquired Bungie, the developers of Destiny and the creators of Microsoft's flagship franchise Halo, for a whopping $3.6 billion. Now, as we approach the 4th anniversary of that transaction, it looks like Sony isn't satisfied with the monetary return, as the company's CFO and corporate executive officer, Lin Tao, which you see on the thumbnail, that is this woman here. And here she smiles because, yeah, Ghost of Yotei is super successful. But she doesn't look super happy about the Bungie and Destiny and Marathon in the future. Revealed that Destiny 2 has not met the PlayStation's makers' expectations. In Sony's K2 fiscal year 2025 earnings calls, Tao spoke about Destiny 2 and said that its sales and players' engagement have not reached the expectations Sony had at the time of the acquisition of Bungie. While we will continue to make improvements, we downwardly revised the business projection for the time being and recorded an impairment loss against a portion of the assets at Bungie. And the overall money is a bit over 200 million so far. Like, it didn't pay out so far at all for Sony, even after 4 years. Destiny 2 is on one side of Bungie's business right now, while the other is the upcoming extraction shooter Marathon, which has faced some middling reception during its testing phase. And yeah, let's not forget the allegations, and they came true actually. Like some artists make some graphics and all that, and Bungie just used those graphics without the consent, without the approval, without paying this artist jack shit, putting it in a trailer and even in the game, therefore, and that didn't go well with the overall community. And even the art style of the game doesn't look like anybody is into moving robots, having this kind of extraction shooter thing, battle royale style thing with robots, with androids, and with that case about the stolen creative work there. Yeah, didn't go well for Marathon. They had to delay. They wanted actually to release it this year already, but they had to delay it, and they hope to release it in the next fiscal year. Oh no, till this fiscal year ends. We are fully dedicated to launching the title to schedule, Tao said. We will assume that we will launch this within this financial year, and that it is included in the forecast. While Destiny 2 might be struggling in Sony's eyes, Tao did say the games like Helldivers 2 and MLB The Show 25 have performed well as far as the live service section of the business goes. Ghost of Yotei has sold 3.3 million copies since its launch last month, so PlayStation games are seeing some notable success in 2025. Yes, some games, maybe Helldiver, especially because they released it for the Xbox 2, and very well received there, beloved, making monies, outside of the PlayStation ecosystem. I wouldn't include Ghost of Yotei in the success here. Not even close. Not even close. Because that's like I would say their own biggest game actually of this year. I can't remember right now out of my head any other game, first party Sony game in that sense, that was released in 2025. But you can correct me in the chat as usual. So that low number, it did worse than the original Ghost of Tsushima, by the way, and the money was like more worth when Ghost of Tsushima was released in 2020. So yeah. And don't forget, everybody, Sony released a game called Concord, another battle royale live service game, and with live service it's always meant like it's an online game. It's an online game where you buy stuff, microtransaction and all that. But the basic game you also had to pay. They spent supposedly $400 million on that game. And not even after 2 weeks, they had to refund everybody who wanted a refund, or automatically if you bought it online. And just terminated the service for it, and the game was gone. Like a big loss there, man. Big loss. So they are not doing very well in live service games there, besides Helldivers so far. So there's that. I don't think. I think you don't are pronouncing Bungie correctly. I think I'm pronouncing it perfectly. Bungie is Bungie. thumbed and reposted before I go move trucks and kill trees. How dare you kill trees? In the very week where the COP30 of the UN, the climate global summit gathered there, telling you in the Brazilian jungle where they killed a lot of trees just for that gathering and private jets flying out there. How dare in this very week you kill trees? Thank you, Astro Sweat, for being around. Hope I see you again. Have fun with killing them trees. Yeah, so Sony is trying to make it sound like everything is all right. But if you read between the lines, it doesn't sound everything is going as Sony wants it to go. Let's keep on Sony. Sony declines to comment on PlayStation 6 plans and claims PS5 is only in the middle of its life. So in the same talking session of Lin Tao, we got this tiny news about the life cycle of PlayStation 5 and a little bit about PlayStation 6. In response, Sony CFO Lin Tao claimed that PS5, which has now surpassed 84 million sales, is only in the middle of its lifespan, citing the high number of active users who continue to play on PS4 more than a decade after its launch. Tao said in Tuesday's earnings call, transcribed by VGC, this year in 6 years since the launch, PS5 has been growing its installed base. And our view is that compared to the conventional console life cycles, and looking at the PS4 cycle, it seems to be getting longer and longer. Sony discussed its future console strategy in a business segment meeting this summer, in which it said it was committed to exploring a new and enhanced way for players to engage with games, and that the future of the platform is top of mind. So what she meant with it, really, we don't know. She might be pointing out to the live service marathon here too. Or just saying, like, for example, the PlayStation Portal, meaning a more feasible device for many people, just game streaming for that in that sense, right? If that what her future views are, we don't really know. She's not telling us exactly. While we cannot share further details at this stage, the future of the platform is top of mind, said SIE CEO Hideaki Nishino. We are committed to exploring a new and enhanced way for players to engage with our content and services. And I think here again, with new and enhanced way, they probably mean actually game streaming. And the new PS6 will also be more attached to the mobile gaming in that sense. Like we already had a lot of rumors that the new PlayStation 6 might be closer to the Nintendo Switch 2, meaning a handheld with a display which you can attach on a kind of station and connect it to the TV for better performance. So we have to wait, though. We have to wait a little bit longer. But it sounds to me like that. So no PlayStation 6 rumors confirmed, though. Nothing here. But we are in the middle of the life cycle of the PlayStation 5. PS6 will be out soon on PC. That doesn't make any sense, but Cheddar Steve is Cheddar Steve. Doesn't make any sense in general. When are you getting to the 1C Korea news? Never. I'd consider playing on Linux, but I'll buy the console if there is one. That's actually a valid point. I will never go Windows 11. I will go Linux first. Linux was smart. They launched a consumer currently version on scoop all the Windows 11 holdouts. Heck yeah, Chatter Steve says haste to him. I've been gaming on Linux since 03. So if you have questions, I'm happy assist. Haste is such a Linux fanboy. It's crazy. But yes, you would be the first address I would go to, getting like a real live experience about gaming on Linux for sure at this point. Despite your love for fucking body pillows. And by the way, he has a lineup for Funko Pop in the future. It seems like he has created his own Funko Pop of himself. If you order your Funko Pop, pre-order now your Haste Zealot Funko Pop today, you're gonna get a little accessory, a little body pillow for your Funko Pop. We haven't figured out yet the Funko Pop body pillow, the small one. But I mean, it looks like the Funko Pop looks decent. Shall we show it to everybody, Haste? Let's show it to everybody. The Haste Zealot Funko Pop. Brought to you by Haste Zealot himself. Look how happy he is with his own merch there. I will never buy that shit. But whoever wants to put some money into Haste Zealot's butt, buy his Funko Pop. I mean, to be honest, it came out great, like as an AI thing. He's being a little bit smirky, holding himself as Funko Pop. Looks overall very, very real, very fucking real. We have to say. What the fuck are Funko Pops? You just saw one. You just saw a Funko Pop in his own hand. Ag is waiting for the Gay Station 6. I think it's cool. It looks decent, just like visually it looks kind of interesting. But I would not pay $30+ for that piece of plastic. Okay, we had yesterday the PlayStation State of Play November edition, and they showed us all kinds of games, but I just skimmed through, like checked out the whole list here, and nothing of interest. Nothing really of interest for me. We're just gonna get through it together, and you tell me if any games here stick out and make it interesting for you. So we have Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined for you here. We have Inconbini, one story, many stories. No idea what that is. I didn't check out all those trailers. Coffee Talk Tokyo looks like a mystery solving game just by this picture alone. Anime mystery solving, you know. Broken Lore Unfollow. Yeah, you can unfollow, I guess. Seems like a horror game. I could read all this stuff if you want. I will read a little kind of synopsis here. Then we have Broken Lore Ascend. Seems like very broken lore. Fatal Frame. Probably the biggest announcement for many here. Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly Remake. Maybe something for you. I don't know. Bobbleheads. It's not even bobbleheads. I don't think those heads actually move. I think they are very, very sturdy, steady. Very fixed there. We have Dynasty Warriors Origin Vision of 4 Heroes DLC. Like they're announcing a DLC here. Very important. We have Gran Turismo is still in the talks here, everybody. Power Pack DLC. A Motion Wreck. Looks like a very retro game. no colors, just black and white on this one frame. Wandering Sword. Looks like a Chinese RPG with isometric view. Just none of those sound, just by the titles and by that one frame you see, interesting to me. No Sleep for Kaname Date from AI, the Somnium files. If you want to jerk off on AI, anime AI girls, I think that might be the game for you. Possibly, who knows? Hard to say. We have weirdos on Rumbles. We have a lot of weirdos on Rumbles, just saying. A lot of weirdos who jerk off on cocks. On literal cocks. I think this news still didn't go around on Rumble, unfortunately. Otherwise, why you still keep watching cocks? Just saying. Tokyo Extreme Racer. A racing game, whatever. Once upon a Katamari DLC. Pac-Man World 2, Repack, Sonic the Hedgehog collaboration content. I have no idea how that will work out really that well. That is a John Thunder game for sure. But he's not going to get a PlayStation 5 just for the Pac-Man. He's just a big Pac-Man fan, kind of. He played a few Pac-Man games on his channel, by the way. I think it's cool. Bubbleheads, Cheddar Steve. Every time he shows up at a train station, it transitions into gay station. No, Cheddar Steve just would love to kiss me. That tells more about him than about me. Oh, Blues. I want a booblehead of a blue pair on Turk's nuts on top of an old guy with a cane and beard to top on my desk. About Hassan Piker. I can't imagine really what you want. Can't imagine really what you want. I don't want to imagine either Hassan Piker or your blue nuts. Just saying. Pac-Man World 2 Repack is really good. That's haste. Truck nuts. Digimon Story Time Stranger Episode Pack 1 Alternate Dimension. Yeah, please make those titles longer and longer, by the way. People love extremely long names. The longest anime name I know, by the way, is Jungle Waitsumo Hare no Chigu. Yes, that's a real thing. Tengen Toppen Guren Lagan is also long, but not longer than Jungle Waitsumo Hare no Chigu. Super Robot Wars Y DLC 1, okay. A few games I have never heard of here, by the way. Monster Hunter Wild free title update 4. That's not a big announcement here. Capcom told us a long time ago. And for the, I guess, is that exclusive? Nah, that's not exclusive. The Sonic Racer Cross World SpongeBob SquarePants pack. I think you have to pay $10 on Steam for this one. So not very exclusive, not very state of play PlayStation's exclusive. I don't know why you put that in here. Nevergrave, The Witch and the Curse, another anime-like game, whatever. BlazBlue Entropy Effect X, seems to be like a side-scroller, Souls-like, a Metroidvania thing. Demon and Baby. Who doesn't want to give their babies to demons? Right. Kyoran Makaism, whatever that is. Another anime-like game. Fate Trigger, Octopath Travel O. That's probably going to be a big success. So far it was only for Switch 2 and Switch 1, I think. So another JRPG. with isometric view. Very good visuals overall. I would like to play that on my PC, actually. That's gonna be probably a successful Marvel Dokkan Fighting Souls. Just another Marvel fighting game. But with Japanese people creating the visuals here, making the chests of women, you know, big boobies and all that. How jiggly? I can't say yet. OLB Weaver, by the way. Who's a rap star gamers who's always getting shot to death? I don't know. I don't know. If they make Pac-Man World 2 2-pack, will there be Afros? Probably not. I mean, you're gonna see Afro on Pac-Man in one game. I don't remember in which one, but I've seen Afros on Pac-Man at one point. Can't tell you which game exactly. You're on another side of the pond. You don't know truck nuts. No, I don't know, and I don't think I want to know Blues Nut. I don't like to think about other people's nuts in general, because thinking about other people's nuts seems to me very, very homo. Just saying. Seen them, I'm sure. Okay, whatever. Dear Sarge knows about truck nuts. LB cool new band, Bujum. Check them out. Don't know what that means. Season pass. All except Jada, the one who needs a fro too. He only sees his gay lover's nuts. You keep on talking about nuts. You brought that up. I seem you love them nuts, especially on your chin, on your own chin. It would take a real horn bastard to nail that bald bitch. And is Jade a human being? I guess. Pac-Man Jungle Fever. There you go. Haste, remember. In Pac-Man Jungle Fever, you supposedly see the afro. You wrong in the chat. For one thing, he'd have Roby Blind Stevie. Ike's favorite coffee is chock full of nuts. Cheddar Steve tries. He tries really hard, but he doesn't land with any of his gay jokes. Not one landed even like close to be funny. Only if you're a real retard, probably. Like Mrs. George, just proving me right there. Mrs. George being real retard. She's OG retard. Laughing with Cheddar Steve. I was talking about truck nuts. I didn't make it gay like you. No, everything it comes out of your mouth is gay, Blues Nut. Elden Ring Night Rain, the Forsaken Hollow DLC. Yeah, okay, fine. New gaming monitor with dual sense charging hook. And some people are like, wow. A monitor, a display by Sony with charging hook. I couldn't care less. But yes, that's a thing. That's what I want to talk here mainly about a little bit. I don't see anything special with this besides the charging hook. Might be like, okay, fine, whatever. If you're alone, it has only this one hook. It is 27-inch, not super big either. I would be a little bit more accepting it if it was like 32-inch and a 5K resolution, like a little bit higher than 4K resolution, you know? I would be more for it. But 27-inch in 1440p max resolution here doesn't sound special to me at all. Sony revealed its latest piece of hardware at the tonight's State of Play event as a 27-inch gaming monitor that's coming only to the US and Japan. Oh no, I can't give my money to Sony. Oh no, I'm so saddened. The company is expanding its hardware offering even further, following its PlayStation Portal remote player with a desktop gaming monitor, complete with charging hook for your PS5 controller. It also pairs with the Pulse Elevate wireless speakers. Probably another like expense of $250 for mediocre speakers, who knows. The monitor will be released next year, though there's no date or price just yet. It's also unclear why it's only coming to the US and Japan. I don't know either, but I don't care, because those technical details we have so far doesn't blow me away at all. At all. So we have quad high definition resolution, which is a 2560 by 1440 resolution. It has dynamic range, support for auto HDR tone mapping, which is kind of neat if for just regular people who have no idea how to adjust their monitor. And it is going well with the PlayStation 5, of course. Just doing the auto mapping thing seems like a valid selling point, though, you know. But besides that, nothing else. And the hook, of course, the hook. Don't forget the charging hook. VRR support and refresh rates up to 120 Hz for smooth and seamless gameplay on PS5 and PS5 Pro consoles, and 240 Hz on compatible PC and Mac devices. A built-in charging hook for a DualSense or DualSense Edge wireless controller, sold separately. Yeah, you could have thrown in another controller here. That would make a good deal. But yeah, we don't know the price. Could be like super high price. I assume it's gonna be too high, because the rest of the technical stuff doesn't sound impressive. 2 HDMI in, version 2.1. Yeah, wow, it doesn't need 2.1 for that resolution, you know. It has no need for that high bandwidth, really. Maybe if you connect it with PC and you want all the 240 Hertz, maybe then, but I doubt it's going to be HDR, full HDR, 10-bit panel on 240 Hertz. Very doubtful, very doubtful. DisplayPort 1.4, at least it's like top-notch, modern connectors here. Supports, we hear the resolution again, whatever. It has a little hub-like thing with USB-C and A ports, built-in stereo speakers, and 3.5mm audio output for your headphones. So yeah, whatever. But we don't know exactly what HDR they are supporting. Is it a real 10-panel? Who knows? If it is, Sony probably gonna charge you, I just say, $400, which is a lot of money for such a display, such a kind of a smaller display, just to have the ability to charge it right up there. For some people, it's surely a good deal in general. If you're lonely and have your PlayStation at your desk, and now you just remove your old 27-inch and put this one on, and you can charge it right there. Kind of neat, but other than that, nobody asked really for that. So the charging port would not sell on me. Just saying. 27-inch monitor is this 2011. Yeah, like I said, they would have done better if it would be 32-inch with maybe even 2 charging hooks, you know? Maybe even 2 charging hooks. The ability to charge 2 controllers at once. And 5K resolution. But like quad high definition resolution there. 27-inch. Nothing special. Really nothing special. Right now you can get really good deals, by the way. Black Friday deals already started for some brands on Amazon, for example. 27-inch HDR, real HDR stuff, 10-bit panel, having over 1 billion colors, you know, and gradients and all that shit. High frame rate, there are two. You can get like 4K resolution in certain regard for under for $350 US. You know, I don't think that's gonna sell a lot. This 27-inch is ideal for esports and esports conventions. Yeah, but they had those displays already, and they have partnerships on conventions and the events. Haste, you should know that. They have partnerships. They can't use other monitors usually, and they are being supported by those companies who like have the supply of those monitors. So it's not gonna. I mean, maybe Sony gonna have some new partnerships with certain events and all that. Who knows? Doubtful, though. Doubtful. We are not in the year 2004 where Sony could sell like CRTs with built-in PlayStation 2s and all that, like hotel devices, hotel specialized versions, you know. This is like nothing special, really nothing. Besides the hook, and even the hook is like a very low effort act, in my opinion, is nothing special here. Nothing special to see. The fighting game tournaments use PlayStation consoles. They do, yes. But there is also like the HDR component is for the fighting tournaments, not a big thing. Old old ass Mr. Magoo slamming the ham with that bald sister would be funnier. I have still no idea what they are talking about. Go on. Your nipple ring is showing through your shirt. You can think that. I don't have any nipple rings. He is very focused on my nipples, and he wants me to kiss him all the time, or wants to kiss me. Why are you so gay, Chatter Steve? Show your gayness. Click on the gift icon down below where the chat box is. Click on that gift icon and go to gift 50 subs. If you love me that much, if you want to be super gay for me, that's the way to go. Foreigners don't know all of our vintage brands of coffee. No, and I don't want to. Hang your truck nuts on the charging hook. What? Oh, truck nuts, you mean like the cubes? Like the truckers put the cubes on the rear mirror? We saved their asses for the crowds too. Fuck. No, you didn't save jack shit. I bet with you never saved anybody's life. You probably killed people just by being you, Cheddar Steve. We talked about it last week. And totally missed it. Good news is he's getting back into the good groove, even as an exile. Ike likes that HDMI port. He gonna charge it right up there. Doesn't make any sense. Is Switzerland still pinching bitch masks? No. I mean, it's still time. Winter is here. They still can come up with some bullcrap. 27-inch, who's got that? Oh, you mean a monitor? Dude, is this 2011? Tyrone might be close to 27-inch. Just saying. You know? Unless you're rocking the 32 at my age, you can't see it anyway. This is what they set up at tables at the gaming convention and expos. I don't think, maybe, who knows? I don't think so. I just went from the 27-inch to a 32 a few months ago. Big difference. Depends on how far you are away from. I am now about 2 foot from my 27-inch. It's like the perfect size. I wouldn't mind. So some gift that happened, I don't see it yet. Whatever, thank you. I didn't scroll it down yet. So I wouldn't mind a bigger one, but 27 inch from my like distance is pretty decent. And I had like the G9 Samsung, which is like a 32.9, one display being actually 3 displays. So yeah. I'm gonna charge 2 controllers at once tonight, 7-incher with that USB port. Nipple ring, dude. Oh, that was Sarge. Not you. I said Cheddar Steve should. Sarge did twice. A gifted today. Thank you very much. HDMI high definition masturbation interface. Why you guys always think about dicks and putting your dicks in certain places and masturbating? What's wrong with you guys? Winter is coming. Oi, Godzilla. Oi, Sensei song, by the way. Thank you, Sarge. Beaver got it. If we do enough gifted subs, maybe I won't have to do ad reads. Yeah, that's why Cheddar Steve should have done the button gifted there. Then we would be on par with whatever, right? Kind of. I missed your explanation of your US tour. Sorry to hear about what happened in CA, but they are gay there, so there's that. Yeah, you can hear the whole story. Was that on the first news show I did, or the first stream after the 26th, something like that? Party in the mouth, blah, blah, blah. I kept a 27-inch in case I go 2 monitors someday. And we reached the end there. And last thing about Sony, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about Valve, and then we're gonna watch some great AI news, AI robot news. You're gonna love that. And I think they made it intentionally this way. Sony announced cheaper PS5 that's only for Japan. During Tuesday's Japan-focused State of Play, Sony announced a new, cheaper Japanese language-only PlayStation 5 Digital Edition console that will be available exclusively in Japan. It's likely a reaction to tariffs in the United States, inflation in Japan, and Nintendo's own cheaper Japan-only Switch 2. No, it's not only about reaction about the tariffs. That's BS. Because it would not be only Japan. It would also be released, I don't know, in Africa maybe, in other Asian countries that are not super wealthy in that sense. In Europe. Why you talk about tariffs, but in the same sense, just pointing out it's Japan only. Makes no sense in my opinion. In my humble retarded opinion. Sure, it has an effect. Abso-fucking-lutely. We know that. The tariffs have an effect on imported goods, man. But it's not this like to mention it in particular out.
Oh, shit!
Mrs. Sarge with 5 gifted. The Sarges today spending all the monies on me. But yeah, there you go. Everybody, say thank you to Mrs. Sarge being a premium TAGN member now. I'm gonna try tomorrow, by the way, to make the premium stream about. You don't see it really, unfortunately. But on this side, I have the table. I showed what I did on the table last time with the soldering stuff on my Dreamcast. I haven't gotten everything I need, but like the minimum I can do streams from there now. I have a decent camera now, which can point to what whatever I'm doing there. Not sure what I'm gonna exactly stream from which point on. If I'm gonna do some work still, some preparation work for it in the stream. And then paint some Warhammer 40k figures. Never did that. meaning any figure for that matter. So it's going to be kind of interesting, just chilling out with the premium users. Somebody give another gift to Sarge. He needs the premium experience too, man. Otherwise, he will be left out. Oh wow, Cheddar Steve comes in with one. I hope Sarge gets it. I hope actually Sarge gets it. So he can't bitch around. He has no access to it. Oh, he got it already. Now he's being shown with the gifted. Fuck your premium Steam, you elitist donkey. Hey, I want just good people here. I want just good people here. So now you're considered good people because you have the little tower badge too. On November 11, at the very end of PlayStation's latest State of Play broadcast, Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO Hideaki Nishino announced something very special for gamers in Japan, a Japanese language only PS5 console that will cost 50,000 yen, which is roughly $350. That same console, following a price increase earlier this year, now costs $500 in the United States. That's a lot of more money, man. $150 more in the US. Just because it's in the US. I mean, it was already high and too high for the longest time. The tariffs didn't help. Even in Europe, they decreased, by the way, the storage by meaning you have less storage physically on the console to install games, but keep the price the same. That's how they did it in Europe. The same thing might come in the US for a higher price. Who knows? We don't have exactly all the numbers figured out yet. But yes, Japan being, I mean, I get it. It's your own country. It's your own company being stationed in that country, the main parent company, right? You're doing is good for your own people. Can't blame them for that. But it's just a dick move for the rest of the world, in my opinion. Just saying. The Tower of Power. What? Okay, now we're coming closer to the end here, guys. That might be good news for people who hate Windows. Valve reveals new Steam machine, its next attempt at a PC console hybrid. Valve revealed its next batch of at-home hardware on Wednesday, including a new take on Steam machine. A gaming PC that intended to be used like a console. Also revealed where the Steam frame, Valve's next VR headset, and a new Steam controller, all of which are planned to ship in early 2026. That's how the Steam machine gonna look like. It's just a cube. If we see like the USB ports here, it's not very big. Maybe, what's that? Maybe 8-inch long. All sides, like 8 to 8 inch. I don't see any measurements here mentioned. Valve also has not yet revealed the price for the Steam machine, Steam frame, or Steam controller, but all are available to wishlist via Steam. The cube-shaped Steam machine will come with Steam OS, is optimized for playing games, and is designed to sit by your TV like a game console or on your desk like a gaming PC. Because it's a PC, you can install other apps and programs or a different operating system. The Steam machine will come with a semi-custom AMD Zen 6-core, 12 threads, up to 4.8 GHz, 30-watt TDP, a semi-custom AMD RDNA 28 CUs, 2.45 GHz, max sustained clock, 110-watt TDP, and 16 GB DDR5, plus 8 GB GDDR6 VRAM. There will be two models, for 512 gigabyte and a 2 terabyte model, both with slots for high-speed micro SD cards. Meaning express SD cards, probably, I assume, which the Switch 2 uses too, which can get you to just regular SSD speeds, which it's neat, but not a lot of cards available so far. So I like that they are trying again with the Steam OS and the Steam machine. Might disrupt a little bit the market. Depends on the price, though. Depends highly on the price. They tried it with third-party manufacturers in the past with Steam OS, as long as you stayed like in a certain frame of hardware performance. You could have installed your Steam OS on any device, actually. And this time they are trying to go a little bit more directly, just producing it and distributing it themselves. Might be a good thing to disrupt the market a little bit. Going away from actually Microsoft and Windows with the Steam OS. Having like only Steam, whatever you have on your Steam library, most of those games you could play probably on this machine. So let's see how that's gonna go. It all depends on the price. If this machine is gonna cost you, I don't know, $1,200, it's not gonna be successful. So much is sure. I hope it's gonna be in the range more of like $600 max to be kind of successful. And according to those specs here of the hardware, it should not cost a lot, actually. Low power stuff, it's gonna run very, very, very cool in that sense. And that's how the controller looks like at the end. I showed it at the beginning. That was just rumored so far, and today we got the confirmation. It seems to be a little bit more shiny, a little bit more refined. And haste, what are those buttons on the Steam Deck? What are those buttons? What exactly do those buttons? Yeah, fuck Windows for gaming. For that much money, it better come with 2 Sailor Moons. I don't know about Sailor Moons. SteamOS, Linux, yeah. So not every game is gonna work right out of the gate, but that's gonna push like game developers and publishers to make it more compatible. You know, that's gonna push them a little bit more. I might buy this. High-speed slots. Can you read that one more time? No. New drive tech is 10 gigabits from the drive. The motherboard. No, you are behind, Sensei of Song. It's 40! USB 4 and Thunderbolt 4. 40 gigabits. But overall, you can have only short, like, cables on that. The higher the bandwidth, the shorter the cable has become, by the way. 10 gigabit is just decent, and you can get like up to 3 meters, which is 9 feet, all right, 9 foot long cables, USB, but they have to be quality cables to deliver you the power and the data transmission there. Sounds like an app, only Steam. Only Steam. Shall we be brave? Let's see. Only Steam. I don't know what's gonna come up. Blame LB Weaver for that. It's for sale. Beaver, you can go get it for only 3K. For only $3,000 you can get this. Only Steam. And show your hairy ballsack for dear Sarge. You have a fan already. But yes, kind of just intrigued by this system here. I don't care for VR at all. I think VR is not getting off its feet at all. It has some games that are enjoyable. It has some use cases overall. but it's not that the success which everybody hoped, like when the first PlayStation VR came out, or Meta, the Meta Quest, whatever. And the controller. I just don't know about those buttons. Those buttons are clicks touchpad. I thought about it being just touchpads, but why do you need them really? Well, which is weird. Steam is a gay sex club in Portland. Why do you know that? Why do you know that, Haste? Didn't you move away from Portland? Do we have like a history there with this gay sex club? Weirdo. Anyhow, we're gonna round it up for the day with funny news, kind of a news. This was just shown in my tech feed here. Let's make it full screen for everybody. So that's a big thing right now, like an immensely big thing. If you're not on the AI train here, and you're not gonna go with time, you're gonna probably get extinct. You have to do your business AI, and attached to AI, we're gonna have like helpers, robots, right? And we have all kinds of robots, and even killing robots are on their ways. We just need to make laws about that. Then we can kill people with robots. Great deal, by the way, so far. But everybody tries to make some robots connected to an AI, right? What could go wrong? I hope everything goes wrong. And I hope those fuckers who made that shit get killed first. If anything is going to happen, I just hope they get killed first. But even the Russians did a robot, and they showed here, and they called it AI doll, Adolf Hitler. Let's see how their presentation went, shall we? I have the tiger music. This robot is coming with very small steps in here. Those guys on the sides are a little bit cautious, being prepared not let the robot fall down. Oh! Ivan just fell down. Ivan just had fucking enough. Ivan Butt had just fucking enough. And then we have some retards trying to cover the little fail there. I don't mind that it failed. I mean, whatever. Who cares? It's mold the whole presentation here. It's all fucking stupid. Look, I have a theory about this. I have a theory about this presentation. I think they made like the perfect AI robot, Russian AI robot here. I think they included like being drunk. We are in the winter now, early winter, right? So the Russians might drink a little bit more. I don't know. It might be just a stereotype. But I think they programmed in the drunkenness of the Russian mind, of the Russian people, you know, the mentality of Russia. I think the robot just showed you what a Russian robot is like. Very, very lifelike. Am I wrong here? I mean, look at it. Look when he topples down when he falls. I assume, literally, if you look at the steps, how it does. Drunk people often really walk like that when they are drunk, when they try to walk. Like small steps, but can't like handle it anymore, you know? Watch it closely. Look at the feet. Before you move on, he waves. I think it's very accurate. I think it's very, very accurate done. Maybe that was their goal. Who the heck knows? Maybe it's all just theater. Who knows? I just found it funny. Show you that. The Russian robot walking like a drunk. I think it's very, very funny. Okay, let me scan through the chat one last time. The Dutch better. I lived in Portland. I never went to the club, but I thought it was a degenerate. Yeah, probably if you have a gay club. If you make a club and it's mainly like for gays, it's probably going to be degenerate. Because that's what it's about. If you're gay, that's it, is your sexuality. And if you make a gay club, it's obvious what is happening in there. You know? So yeah. Robohomos, welcome to Skynet. XBAT shield AI killing machine in the sky. Sensei of Song might know a little bit more about the killing machines in the sky there. Killer sex bots incoming. The banana peelers robots. They're gonna kill you by snoo and cut off your peens. Might happen. Or incoming. Why, Godzilla? The Biden button. I think they did it intentionally. Make it look like it's drunk. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, wow, let me know when it can make me a sandwich. Funny enough, the sandwich making part, if they have like the ingredients and all that set up, they can do that very easily. Very easily. Very fucking easily. That reminds me actually of that one episode of I just saw last week, in the 11th, it was in the 11th season of X-Files. Season 10 and 11, by the way, X-Files, not good. Not good. And I'm not surprised they are not moving on with X-Files, unfortunately. But they did not a good service on the fans there. Nostalgia bait. But they had like an episode which the AI and like a Black Mirror episode, pretty much just with Fox Mulder and Dana Scully, right? And they showed like the certain machines that make actually food, and certain machines already make a lot of sandwiches in certain places. Of course, oversight, humans still there if something goes wrong, if some ingredient is not prepared right, whatever. But yes, it's was kind of a scary episode in that sense, because everything that was shown actually in that sense exists. And when in that very episode the AI asked for a tip, and that's why it went haywire after Mulder and Scully there, because Mulder just refused to give it a tip. Yeah, just saying. Keep an eye out for that shit. But yes, those sandwich making machines are a thing. Sensei. AA for AI. They're gonna meet and believe in something higher. What? The AI developer? C3P. Oops. Forget the Russians, the Irish will drink more. I don't know if... don't remember, like, every year the list comes out who drinks, like, the most. The Irish are very high up, for sure. But Russians, like, with hard liquor, not underestimating the Russians there. Beer-wise, I think... Germans are super high, and the Czechs are super high. Poland is super high. You know? Not only you are drunks. Don't worry. And drunk people voluntarily dress this way. Like a retard. R2, D2 percentage always at least 80 proof. Reminds me of Futurama, where the robots all need to drink to function in the first place. Elon lied and free speech died. Elon lied long time ago. Elon is a dick. Fuck Elon. I mean, you can fuck him. I'm not gonna touch any male butts. But he's trying to put the screen up and made it worse. He did made it worse. If the screen was like already at this correct way unfolded, you know, that would been fine. But he was like trying to fucking unfold there. Weird. Former U.S. Navy SEAL CEO of that that company you told us. Gay nerd, beers, gay nerd, oil beers. Good to see you. So racist of Mulder. he was not racist, he was a roboist. Sheep fucking robots. I don't know if you need that. If you have Cenk Uygur to fuck the sheeps and donkeys, you don't need robots for that. I was super high once. African kids. What do you mean African kids? I love my beer and whiskey. I don't like whiskey. But you are in good company with whiskey, probably with Weaver and beers. And Blues Nut might like whiskey a lot too. I am not sure. He likes to drink here and there on the gaming streams. Cenk will pleasure them. Chunky yogurt. Anyway, guys, we filled up 2 hours. I thought I had like not a lot of news, but because of the amazing chat today, it was great to see a lot of names here, a lot of chat lines, a lot of topics I don't agree with, like you being so gay. For the majority of you guys, super gay. But I mean, I'm not judging, just judging. That's all I can say. Was big fun. Mrs. Sarge 5 gifted, Dear Sarge 2 gifted, and this super homo called Cheddar Steve also gifted once. I appreciate all of them gifted, but I appreciate most today Mrs. Sarge. She was feeling like bad. Just glad he got to do ad reads. Speaking of ad reads, fuck that. I'm not. I could do another one just to get rid of the 4th of this month. Then I'd need only once more, and I'm done for. Let's do the aim controllers, everybody. The aim controllers. Just for Dear Sarge, because he's a ad read lover. And we talked about a little bit controllers today. Ready to level up your game? Aim controllers is where custom meets unbeatable value. And right now, it's the best deal of the year. Doesn't matter for Dear Sarge which controller he holds in his hands, because he can't play for shit. We start with official Sony and Xbox controllers, fully compatible with console and PC, no functionality lost. Then you go wild with custom features, smart bumpers, pedals, grips, stick height, custom buttons, even design your own PS5 snap panels. And here's the part no one else is doing. Lifetime warranty on all modified parts. That's right, lifetime. What other company does that? Exactly. Normally, a fully loaded setup could run you $400, but during our one price promo, it's just $209 or 182 euros. No matter how many features you add. Use code RUMBLE at checkout and lock it in. This is your sign. Go to aimcontrollers.com and build the last controller you'll ever need. Yeah, man, I'm doing the ad reads like a pro. Like a pro. Are you happy, Sarge? Let's see. Sarge has... for him, AIM is an acronym. It's not like aiming, like a like a doing. An acronym. For him, A means anal insertion module. Why you advertise homo play toys? Nobody is advertising homo play toys. It's just you. You see the letter A? It must be anal. It must be gay. And because I, dear Sarge, am super gay, I think about asses and putting stuff in asses. That's what Sarge is about. I mean, good for you, Sarge. You can still pretend because you're married to a woman that you're not gay, but everybody knows. And you provide every day, at least every time I stream, that you are gay. Oh shit, my name starts with an A. That's why he married you in the first place. Mrs. Sarge. Combined with your man voice, he is extra happy. He is extra happy. Sarge is an ad just for long phallic symbols that go in the mouth, and he smokes them. Unfortunately, he spits and doesn't swallow. Beers also is very gay. For Sarge, it seems. So weird. You're so gay. Yeah.
Oh my God, you're gay.
They are. They are. The last game I played was Duke Nukem 3D and Red Alert 2. The height of the LAN technology. Make IPX, SPX protocol great again. Did Duke Nukem 3D had any online capabilities? I don't remember. Duke Nukem 3D good. Good game. Can't complain. But not my type of game these days. Anal insertion module. Even Haste wants your module up his butt. Dear Sarge. Sarge pretend to be married, you mean? No, he is married. I'm pretty sure he is married. They have something with taxes going on and certain stuff you can do only when you're married, right? So I'm pretty sure they are married. And they once owned a shop together and they were butt-fucked together. For how long Sarge is gay though, who knows? Ever seen Sarge and Miss Sarge in the same room? No, just Sarge with a wig. What are you talking about? I've seen them plenty. I'm telling you. I'm evidence. They are in the same room all the time. But he doesn't like to be in the same room with his wife. He loves the BBC in his mouth in a different room. A little bit suspicious there. Who fooled no one? We fooled no one? Ahoy, Bright. You ever see Sarge belly? How can you not be gay for him? Why are you so gay, Beers? Why are you going like full throttle gay? I don't think you're gonna really had multiplayer. Yeah, I tried to remember like the menu at the beginning. If there was multiplayer, I think I saw it, but I'm not sure. Haste. The Duke Nukem death matches were fun. There you go. Decent was fun for death matches too. Descent, not decent. Oh, Big Z, they are married and Ike is their child. No. Sarge is not super much older than me. Sarge is not super much older than me. I'm going to say almost done, so I'm going to get up and move soon for BBC time. Probably he has BBC in his mouth already, though. Well, Mrs. Sarge has let me smoke BBCs in live living room past few nights. Why that, Mrs. Sarge? What's wrong there, Mrs. Sarge? Don't you see him almost anymore otherwise? Weirdos. Weirdos in Arizona. Gays in Arizona. I mean, what you should open up as a business, Sarge, is not a Turkish bathhouse, but a Japanese bathhouse. You know how it's done now, right? There you go. Anyhow, everybody, I enjoyed the time with you. It was great. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, wherever that might be. Might be even like afternoon, midnight, morning still. Who knows? Probably not, but who knows? I mean, it's kind of morning. It should be in the morning for Big Z there. But yes, I enjoyed your chat there. Thank you for being around. Thank you for all the gifted. Till next time, which hopefully it's going to be tomorrow with the premium, just for Dear Sarge, premium stream. And doing some work on the bench here on the working table. And if that's not going to happen, it's going to be news on Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Take care, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.